Hello YouTube, welcome back to my life. Look at this, isn't it beautiful? I am currently on holiday in Cornwall. It is, I don't know, 7 o'clock maybe in the evening, and I've been up and awake for all of about an hour and a half. Yesterday was a very long day. I got up at about 8:30 in the morning, had breakfast. See if I can move so that the sun is shining more on my face without blinding myself. No, it's not happening. I got up at about 8:30 in the morning. We did all of the setting up and having breakfast, all of that sort of stuff. And then drove down to Cornwall. Stephen did the first bit of the driving. I had to do a bit of navigating because the last section of the M1 before we would normally turn off was closed, and obviously several sections before that were mostly made of traffic jam, so we decided to avoid that and take a bit of a roundabout route. So I navigated us around that, and we stopped for lunch just outside of Birmingham, and then I drove down the M5. Discovered that people on the M5 seem to have taken a different driving test than I did, because I'm sure that I was told when you overtake someone, pull out before you get close enough to scare the living shit out of them, then wait until you can see them in your rearview mirror before you pull back in front. Whereas everyone on the M5 seemed to be don't pull out or pull back in unless you are within one car's length of the car that you're going around. So that was quite terrifying. But I survived. I didn't drive as far as I'd intended to. I was just getting too tired. There was like a weird lighting level where it wasn't exactly sunny, but there was like a glare. So I was sort of squinting, and even with my sunglasses on, it was getting quite tiring and quite painful. So I stopped one set of services before I'd intended to. I swapped back to Stephen driving. And we made it back down to Cornwall for just after 5 in the evening, I think. Unpacked the car and got myself a glass of water and then went to bed. I had intended on just having a nap, but then Stephen was waking me up to take my tablets at 11 o'clock at night, and I wasn't in any fit state to actually get up, and there seemed no point because everyone else was going to bed. So I went back to sleep, and then got up Stephen woke me up to take my tablets and have a bite to eat at about 11 this morning, and then I fell back asleep until about 5:30. So the travelling took it out of me more than I anticipated, I missed out on all the Eurovision thing. Technically yesterday was Stephen and my 10th anniversary, so yeah, great way to celebrate it, driving and sleeping. I'm sure he knows I love him anyway. But what else was I going to tell you? Oh yeah, there was some miserable news on Friday. I'm sorry I didn't do my form then. I was just too miserable for words. So I opened my post on Friday, last lot before heading away on holiday, and there is my rejection letter for my mandatory reconsideration. And it basically said, yeah, we got all of your evidence that you'd sent from friends and family, including the friend and ex-employer who is was a professional psychotherapist. And yeah, we don't believe them. We believe the ex-paramedic who saw you for 20 minutes and doesn't know what EDS is, so ignored every reference to EDS and only concentrated on the fibromyalgia that she'd heard of. ignored POTS symptoms because I didn't have an official POTS diagnosis. So yeah, that was an utterly pointless endeavour, and now I have to go about gathering evidence for an appeal, and I've been warned that this will take months, possibly years. However, I have just read something in the news today that suggests that almost 70% of people who appeal are granted the benefit on appeal. The sun is changing, so there we go. I can not blind you. I don't know how long I can hold the phone up in this position though, so you get to see the I don't know what it is, a septic tank or whatever it is that they use around here, because we're in the middle of nowhere. So what was I talking about? Oh yeah, rejection by the DWP. Not unexpected, but still pretty miserable. So yeah, I ranted about that on Facebook a little bit, then put it all away, packed for holiday, and decided that I'm going to try and ignore that. And of course it's easier said than done. It keeps popping into your brain, and you just think, am I condemned to leech off the people who I love the most for the rest of my life, just in order to be able to exist? I don't know what I'd do without them, and there's no, I couldn't survive without them, to be honest. So yeah, thank you, all you people out there who have been helping me, and especially to Stephen and Kelly and my dad, who are willing to spend money in order that I can have some sort of decent life. And Stephen's parents too, Pam and Selwyn, for bringing me on holiday, which is nice. This is making my arm hurt. Yeah, so nothing exciting really has happened. But I am now on holiday at least, and the weather is predicted to be nice, and the view is stunningly beautiful. And there's a few other people here. There's a couple of other cottages just down the hill. I don't know. Hang on, let's try and stand up. Not fall over. Yeah, I don't know if you can see down there. There's a little river anyway. Yeah, a couple of the people down there have got dogs, so we're hoping to make their acquaintance over the weekend. And we know that the people who own this land also have a dog. They have an old English sheepdog, and he is very lovely and very bouncy. So, I'm sure that will keep us happy. We're thinking of going to Truro tomorrow, visiting the cathedral. There's a museum there, but apparently it's closed on Mondays, so we cannot do that. And now I think I'm going to stop recording because holding the phone up is hurting my arms, and I'm going to go back in, and you know, I can say now that I've been out in the sunshine and I haven't spent the entire of my first day on holiday in bed. And now Selwyn, I believe, is cooking us Sunday dinner, so I'm going to go in and have that. So thank you all for watching, and see you all as soon as I can. Bye.